Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 12 SUVs that are bleeding money in maintenance fees. Number 12, Cadillac Escalade. The Cadillac Escalade is a financial titan that demands a massive budget for upkeep as the miles accumulate. In 2026, this full-size luxury SUV carries a price tag starting at approximately $85,000, but the real cost begins in the service bay. Real-world data shows that owners should budget between $900 and $1,200 annually just for basic maintenance. The specific reason for these bleeding costs is the sophisticated magnetic ride control and air ride adaptive suspension systems. While they provide a cloud-like ride, these components are prone to leaking and electronic failure after the 50,000-mile mark, often requiring replacements that cost upwards of $2,500 per corner. From a dollar perspective, the Escalade's massive 6.2-liter V8 engine is a double-edged sword. While powerful, it requires frequent oil changes with high-capacity synthetic reservoirs, and is known for lifter and valve train issues that can result in repair bills exceeding $5,000 out of warranty. This SUV rewards the buyer with unparalleled presence and luxury, but it punishes the bank account with a relentless stream of specialized service fees and high-cost mechanical repairs that never seem to end. Number 11, Range Rover Velar. The Range Rover Velar is often described as a rolling piece of art, but for many owners, it is a rolling drain on their savings account. For 2026, the Velar is priced starting at roughly $61,500, but its 10-year maintenance and repair estimate sits at a staggering $18,000. The specific reason for this financial bleeding is the complexity of the Ingenium engine family and the vehicle's high-tech electrical architecture. Owners report frequent issues with the retractable door handles and the dual touchscreen infotainment system, which can cost over $1,500 to service when the motors or processors fail. Financially, the Velar is a high depreciation asset that combined with high upkeep makes it a poor investment for the pragmatic buyer. Reliability data from Consumer Reports and owner logs indicate a 48% chance of a major repair being needed within the first 5 years of ownership. This machine prioritizes aesthetic perfection over mechanical simplicity, ensuring that every trip to the dealership will likely result in a 3-digit or 4-digit bill for specialized diagnostics and European spec parts that are rarely found at independent shops. Number 10, Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is a beloved American icon that unfortunately bleeds money through a combination of frequent mechanical failures and high-cost electronic gremlins. In 2026, a well-equipped Grand Cherokee carries a price tag starting at approximately $40,000, but the maintenance fees can quickly spiral to $800 to $1,000 annually. The specific reason for this high cost is the Quadralift air suspension and the ZF 8-speed transmission, both of which have documented histories of software glitches and mechanical wear. Owners frequently report sagging suspension and rough shifting that requires dealer-only calibrations and expensive control module replacements. When you talk dollars, the Grand Cherokee's cost of ownership is exacerbated by its tendency to warp brake rotors and wear through suspension bushings prematurely. Reliability is a major concern for the 4Z hybrid models, which add a layer of electrical complexity that many independent mechanics refuse to touch, forcing owners back to the dealership for specialized labor rates. By choosing a 2026 Grand Cherokee, you are getting a capable and comfortable SUV, but you are also signing up for a maintenance schedule that feels like a second mortgage. Number 9, Porsche Cayenne. The Porsche Cayenne offers sports car performance in an SUV body, but that performance comes with a price tag that includes some of the highest maintenance fees in the world. For 2026, the Cayenne starts at $79,000, and according to Edmunds' true cost to own, maintenance and repairs over the first 5 years can exceed $20,000. The specific reason for this astronomical bleeding is the Porsche tax on parts and labor. A simple oil change at a certified dealer can cost $500, while a full brake job including rotors and pads can easily top $3,000. Everything on the Cayenne is high performance and high cost, from the active aerodynamics to the specialized cooling systems required for the twin-turbo engines. Financially, the Cayenne is a vehicle for those who view maintenance as an entry fee rather than an inconvenience. By spending your dollars on a 2026 Cayenne, you are buying into a life cycle of high-precision service that cannot be skipped without compromising the vehicle's safety and value. This SUV rewards the driver with an unparalleled experience behind the wheel, but it demands a financial sacrifice that far exceeds almost any other vehicle in its class, making it a masterpiece of engineering that is also a masterpiece of expense. Number 8. Audi Q7. The Audi Q7 is a sophisticated three-row SUV that utilizes some of the most advanced technology in the industry, which is precisely why it is so expensive to maintain. In 2026, the Q7 carries a price tag starting at roughly $60,500, but owners should expect annual maintenance fees to reach $1,500 to $2,000 as the vehicle ages. The specific reason for this high expenditure is the Quattro all-wheel drive system and the complex electrical network that controls everything from the virtual cockpit to the matrix LED headlights. Common issues include coolant leaks from the water pump housing and oil leaks from the valve covers, both of which are labor-intensive repairs due to the cramped engine bay. From a dollar perspective, the Q7's maintenance schedule is rigorous and unforgiving. The dual-clutch transmission requires specialized fluid flushes every 40,000 miles that can cost $800, and the air suspension system, while comfortable, is a known failure point that costs thousands to overhaul. Reliability data shows that while the first 3 years are usually covered by warranty, the out-of-pocket costs in years 4 through 10 are among the highest for luxury SUVs. This machine provides a whisper-quiet cabin and incredible tech, but it punishes the owner with specialized diagnostic fees and a reliance on expensive OEM sensors that ensure your bank account stays under constant pressure. Number 7. Volkswagen Tiguan. The Volkswagen Tiguan is a German-engineered SUV at a mainstream price point, but its maintenance fees are anything but mainstream. For 2026, the Tiguan starts at $29,000, but its cost of ownership is significantly higher than its Japanese or American competitors. The specific reason for this financial bleeding is the complexity of the 2-liter turbocharged engine and the specialized maintenance required for the Haldex all-wheel drive system. Owners frequently report issues with carbon buildup on the intake valves and failing water pumps, repairs that typically cost between $800 and $1,500 each. Financially, the Tiguan is a vehicle that often surprises owners with its high upkeep costs after the warranty period. Reliability is average at best, with many owners facing electronic gremlins related to the infotainment system and the panoramic sunroof drains, which can cause interior water damage if not cleaned regularly. Consumer Reports data indicates that the Tiguan is more likely to require unscheduled repairs than almost any other compact SUV in the USA. This crossover rewards the buyer with a premium European feel, but it effectively drains your savings through a constant need for specialized parts and high labor rate diagnostics that make it a costly long-term partner. Number 6. Mercedes-Benz GLE. The Mercedes-Benz GLE is a symbol of luxury and status, but keeping it on the road in 2026 requires a small fortune in maintenance fees. This SUV carries a starting price tag of roughly $63,000, but annual service costs can easily exceed $2,500 once the initial free maintenance expires. The specific reason for this bleeding is the MBUX infotainment system and the e-active body control suspension. These systems rely on hundreds of sensors and high-voltage motors that are prone to software glitches and mechanical failure. A single faulty air strut can cost over $2,000 to replace, and the 48-volt mild hybrid system adds another layer of expensive complexity that requires specialized Mercedes-certified technicians to service. In terms of dollars, the GLE is a vehicle designed for those who don't look at the bill. Routine Service A and Service B appointments rotate between $400 and $900, and that doesn't include the cost of wear items like the specialized run-flat tires, which can run $1,800 per set. By choosing a 2026 GLE, you are investing in a world-class luxury machine that demands a world-class maintenance budget. Number 5. Nissan Pathfinder. The Nissan Pathfinder is a family favorite that has recently seen its maintenance costs rise due to complex new drivetrains and aging platforms. For 2026, the Pathfinder starts at approximately $37,000, but long-term owners are finding that the real numbers for upkeep are higher than expected, often reaching $900 per year. The specific reason for this financial drain is the move back to a 9-speed automatic transmission which, while better than the old CVT, requires expensive fluid services and has shown early signs of solenoid failures. Additionally, the electronic all-wheel drive system and the 360-degree camera suites are common failure points that require expensive dealer-level calibration and part replacement once the basic warranty expires. Reliability data shows that while the engine is robust, the peripherals like the cooling fans, power liftgate motors, and interior electronics are prone to failure around the 60,000-mile mark. This vehicle rewards the owner with a comfortable ride and great towing capacity, but it effectively drains your bank account through a steady stream of mid-sized repair bills that make its total cost of ownership higher than many of its class rivals. Number 4. Jaguar F-Pace. The Jaguar F-Pace is one of the most beautiful SUVs on the road, but its beauty is matched by the ugliness of its maintenance bills. In 2026, the F-Pace starts at roughly $57,000, but it consistently ranks as one of the most expensive vehicles to maintain in the luxury segment, with 10-year costs estimated at over $16,000. The specific reason for this bleeding is the fragile nature of the electronic modules and the high-performance braking systems. Owners report frequent ghost warnings on the dashboard and issues with the cooling system that can lead to engine overheating if not caught immediately. A simple brake job on an F-Pace can cost double what it would on a domestic SUV due to the specialized rotors and sensors required. From a dollar perspective, the F-Pace suffers from extreme depreciation fueled by its reputation for poor long-term reliability. Consumer reports and owner surveys show that the vehicle is 10% more likely to need a major repair than the average luxury SUV. When these repairs happen, the parts must often be shipped from Europe, leading to high shipping fees and long wait times. This SUV rewards the driver with incredible handling and a stunning silhouette, but it punishes the bank account with a relentless series of high-cost repairs and specialized service requirements that make it a difficult vehicle to own out of warranty. Number 3. Land Rover Discovery. The Land Rover Discovery is a master of off-road adventure, but it is also a master of draining its owner's wealth through constant maintenance. For 2026, the Discovery carries a starting price tag of approximately $60,000, but its 10-year maintenance and repair bill is a shocking $18,500. The specific reason for this financial carnage is the combination of a sophisticated air suspension system and the high-maintenance Ingenium engines. Data shows a 51% chance that a Discovery will require a major repair within its first 10 years of service. Financially, the Discovery is a high-risk asset that requires a dedicated maintenance budget of at least $2,000 per year just to stay operational. Reliability is among the lowest in the SUV segment, and the specialized nature of its 4WD system means that most repairs must be handled by the dealer at premium labor rates. By putting your dollars into a 2026 Discovery, you are getting one of the most capable SUVs on the planet, but you are also inheriting a mechanical nightmare that will likely require multiple multi-thousand-dollar repairs before it reaches 100,000 miles. Number 2. BMW X5. The BMW X5 is the ultimate driving machine in the SUV world, but it is also the ultimate maintenance machine for your wallet. In 2026, the X5 starts at roughly $68,000, but owners should budget between $2,000 and $3,000 annually for upkeep after the initial 4-year maintenance plan expires. The specific reason for this bleeding is the complex twin-power turbocharging system and the plastic cooling components that BMW uses throughout the engine bay. These plastic parts are prone to cracking under high heat, leading to coolant leaks and engine damage that can cost $3,000 to $5,000 to repair. Additionally, the X5's run-flat tires and high-performance brakes are wear items that cost significantly more than standard components. When you talk dollars, the X5's cost of ownership is among the highest in the luxury segment. Reliability is plagued by electronic issues related to the iDrive system and the various driver assist sensors, which are expensive to calibrate and replace. Consumer Reports notes that while the X5 drives beautifully, it is a high-maintenance partner that requires a meticulous and expensive service history to maintain its resale value. This vehicle rewards the driver with an incredible balance of power and luxury, but it punishes the bank account with a steady stream of high-priced maintenance and specialized repair bills that make it one of the most expensive vehicles to own over a decade. Number 1. Land Rover Range Rover. The Land Rover Range Rover is the pinnacle of SUV status, and it is also the pinnacle of maintenance-related financial ruin. For 2026, this flagship SUV carries a starting price tag of approximately $113,000, but its maintenance and repair costs are legendary, often exceeding $4,000 annually. The specific reason for this one ranking is the everything approach to failure. From the air suspension and the active anti-roll bars to the motorized interior trim and the complex mild hybrid powertrains, the Range Rover is a collection of high-cost components waiting to fail. Real-world data shows that owners can expect a nearly 100% chance of a major repair being needed by the time the vehicle is 12 years old, with many occurring much sooner. Financially, the Range Rover is the ultimate example of a bleeding money vehicle. It combines catastrophic depreciation with the highest maintenance fees in the industry, making it a disastrous investment for anyone who isn't independently wealthy. By putting your dollars into a 2026 Range Rover, you are buying into a life cycle of constant shop visits and 5-figure repair bills that will likely exceed the vehicle's actual value within a decade. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.